thinking about a year now. So we unveiled it a couple weeks ago at a city council meeting. So now it's time to unveil it to the rest of the city with the opportunity, again, to invite you and to encourage you to get involved in our next step in the process. Again, special thanks goes up to our steering committee, the 11-member steering committee that the mayor just thanked, and a special thanks too to our directors here at City Hall and our city staff too. I'm always a firm believer that the strongest thing a company can have are its assets, and if you have good people around you, then good things are going to happen. So again, a special thanks to our directors and our council for allowing this to happen. So what is the number one thing that every successful company has? Pretty much a vision. They plan on what they want to do, so that's why the city, when it took this initiative to go ahead and have a vision, it wasn't just a simple closed room meeting, let's see what we want to do. It was, again, a 9-month process, and then we're spending the next few months to unveil the vision. But it was basically to get the community engaged. And the reason, again, for the vision, it helps clarify the general direction. It simplifies hundreds or thousands or even more detailed decisions. And you can always ask, is this in line with our vision? It can help you eliminate hours, days, or even months of torturous discussion. And you can take a look at other companies that are currently out there right now. What's Target currently going through with their new CEO? He came on and he took a look at the company and he said, we need to change and we need to focus on certain things. So what do? They pulled out Canada. They're taking a look to see where they have for apparel within their store. They're taking a look at to see, do we want to go organic? Do we want to go like Joe Traders? Do we want to go with cheaper groceries? We don't want to just be an afterthought in the grocery market. So they're trying to increase their game in the grocery market. And they're going to expand more at home too. So Target goes ahead and does that. That's what they're doing. They're getting rid of things that they don't want to focus on, that haven't been productive anymore. So we want to make sure as we move forward, all of our resources are going towards things that the community strongly believes in, that are going to improve the quality of life and bring more people to Faribault, more businesses to Faribault. Another one too, motivates people to take action in the right way, in the same direction. Even if the initial steps are personally painful. So in other words, let's not focus on ourselves or our small little business. What's going to help us in 10, 20, 25 years from now? What are the big picture items that we're taking a look at? Some of these items are going to be short-term items that are out there for 5 years. Others are going to be done in 15 to 20 years. And still others are going to take time. It's going to take 25 years before some of these get going. But you have to start the process now, because if we need to go to the legislature and ask for money, if we need to talk to NIDA, if we need to talk to DNR and get grants, for interchange projects, for additional parkland, for bike trails, whatever it may be, the process needs to start now, and everybody can jump on board and be along with that. And then the third one too, it helps coordinate the actions of different people, even hundreds of individuals, in a remarkably fast and effective way. So again, you want to get involved. People can take a look at the vision plan, and then they can say, I can help in this area. That's what those cards are on the table for too, as you see in the center of your table. Ask yourself what you're going to take away and how you want to be involved. I'll take those cards after, and I'll be sure to give you a call. Now, one thing as we're just starting up the implementation stage of this vision is that it's going to take some time. We're going to go through, and I'll talk about this right at the end where we are with the process, but we're going to go through our strategic planning and planning for implementation on the rest of the vision. So again, those cards are out there, and all the information I'm going to go through too is found in a booklet that's in front of you. So feel free to take that. Some of the items I might skip over a little quicker than others. But again, all the information and even additional information is in the vision plan that the council already approved for you to take with you. So the process that we had, we hired a consultant, Craig Rapp. He came in, and to help facilitate. With that, we appointed an 11-member steering committee. And then, again, we wanted to engage the community in that. So there were 4 different forums that we put out there for them to be engaged. The first one was a community survey leader. That was about 100 residents, or 100 people. And we just asked them simple survey questions, got the information back, and we're going to go through some of those questions here in a minute. The second one was a meeting in a box. What we did is we took literature out on that Night to Unite, the neighborhood meetings. That's what meetings in a box were all about. So companies or neighborhoods or small groups of people or their civic clubs, they could get together and they could answer a number of questions that were in the package out there, and that would help bring the information back to us. And then the other one was there were groups that were set up and 4 community forums that were also set up to engage the public to get them involved. Now, what the steering committee did is they just didn't go off on their own and come up with their own ideas. They took all that information and filtered it out. So that's, again, I just don't want there to be any confusion on whether the steering committee was to take all the information from the over 250 people that participated, their input, to come up with core values and strategic themes, and go through the information. And there were some late meetings. I think we had about a half a dozen meetings. A lot of them ran until 10 o'clock at night. They started at 6. So there's definitely a lot of information, a lot of meetings to go through. We had state demographer Susan Brown, and she talked about the population has increased 37.5% over the last 25 years. So what is that going to look like? If we're close to 24,000 now, that puts us up to about 33,000 people in another 25 years. What is the housing going to look like? What is the demographics going to look like? There was similar growth to Northfield and Owatonna. The population is more diverse now. Back in 1990, it was 96% Caucasian. Right now, we're at 75% Caucasian. So what is that going to look like going forward? Well, how does that change how we roll out services for the residents and businesses? In addition, approximately 50% more people of color as a percentage live in Faribault than the average city. That's huge. If we have more, again, if 25% of our people are people of color, that's higher than what a lot of the other cities are taking a look at. Faribault is younger than the average Minnesota city due to the large number of children born into recent immigrant homes and families. Then the average household income and average educational attainment are below state standard. So those are some of the challenges that we have. Why do people want to live in Faribault? Faribault has a strong sense of community, high quality parks, natural resources, recreational assets, a broad range of high quality educational opportunities, proximity to the Twin Cities right along 35, vibrant and diverse mix of business and industry, the historic architecture, and diverse culture that we have. And the primary challenges for the future, 32% of the people said that it's diversity, 24% said jobs, well-paying jobs, 18% said poverty, 68% of the people agreed with the statement that Faribault residents believe that Faribault is inferior to the neighborhood community or to the neighboring communities. I've heard a lot about that too, the inferior complex. However, 78% agreed that Faribault needs to invest to improve its image. There again, that's the reason for the vision, so we can put all these things on paper and begin to improve and invest in our own city. And then, what is their vision of the future? Faribault residents will have better paying jobs. Faribault schools will provide a good education, have higher test scores. Faribault will embrace diversity. There will be less poverty in Faribault. Faribault will provide diverse housing for people of all ages. Faribault will embrace change, and Faribault will be a safer city. So now with that, they came up with 5, the steering committee, and sifting through the information, they came up with 5 community values. Those values are again located in that pamphlet that's before you. So the first one was a sense of community, a feeling. A strong sense of community belonging. We believe that, and why is because they believe that it is friendly, respectful, safe, inclusive, and welcoming community. The second was a sense of place. They value and respect our historic character, iconic institutions, rich traditions, natural amenities that give Faribault a unique sense of place. And then there's a sense of opportunity. We value the opportunity for all people to have growth and enrichment in our community, including opportunities in high quality education, decent jobs, good housing, quality health care, and access to nature, leisure, and the arts. So that one again spans all across the spectrum. Innovation was the fourth one. We have value and encourage creativity, flexibility, and openness to ideas and positive change in the spectrum of our community, including business, industry, education, and government. And the fifth one was excellence. Simply put, we value excellence and strive for it in everything we do. We believe if it is worth doing, it is worth doing to the best of our ability. Like Roy Disney said at one time, it's not hard to make a decision when you know what your values are. From there, they created 6